And we're live. Glad to be back, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hello and welcome, everyone. Oh, sorry. Did you want to say something, Trip?
Yeah, I wanted to say what's up to Grace Lutheran. I see you in the chat. Excited for you to be here. Excited to hang out with Rohit and Scott again, two of our awesome community members.
Awesome. Yeah. So, hello and welcome, everyone, to another episode of Live on IFT. Yeah. Joining us for the second time is Rohit Matwani and Scott Charles, two of our senior community team members. And they're going to be spending some time with us today talking about social media on IFT. So, really excited for that. Real quickly, my name is Ben. I'll be your host. Joining me, as always, every Friday, your other host, my colleague and best friend, Trip. Trip, do you have any announcements for the folks back home?
Yeah, I wanted to shout out our next two live streams. So we're actually going live twice next week. You get a 2-for-1 special. So on Thursday, same time, 12 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Pacific, we're going live with the CEO of Jotform. He wrote a book called Automate Your Busy Work. I read it probably a year ago. And we just wanted to kind of talk to him about the mental process of building just automating your busy work. All right. So real excited about that. It's currently ready on our YouTube channel. So if you want to just go click and get notified, then you'll be notified whenever we go live next week. And then on Friday, we're playing around with our new AI LinkedIn assistant. Megan.ai is joining us, and we're going to do some cool stuff with our AI LinkedIn assistant. So yeah, wanted to let you guys know about that.
Awesome.
Also,
Very cool.
Want to say what's up to Claudia. I see you on LinkedIn. Ed is back and Jim's back. So what's up, guys?
Hey. Yeah, Trip, I appreciate that. I actually have an announcement of my own. An update, rather. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I was putting together an IF swag store. Unfortunately, it's not 100% live yet, but I did want to tease two of the items in there, and I'm just gonna click and go to this agenda slide real quick.
You're modeling one of those swag store items right now, right?
I am. I've got a polo, a
buttoned all the way to the neck. Yeah,
all the way to the top. Yeah. So yeah, if you'll look to the screen here, you'll see that we have two of the items. One of them is a trucker hat. Comes in about 5 or 6 different colors.
That's good.
And the other one is a waffle beanie that also comes in about 5 or 6 different colors.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to give away swag items along with our weekly giveaways that we do every week, where we give away a free year of Pro Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get, the store's not live yet, but I want to go ahead and give away. I'm gonna give away either one hat and one beanie. I'm gonna give away 2 today, basically. So basically, I'm gonna give away to 2 people. You get to pick between a hat or a beanie. Sorry,
Nice.
I got tongue tied there. So Trip, do me a favor real quick before we pass it off to Scott, because I'm going to be monitoring the chat today really closely. Can you just give me an idea maybe of how many comments we have thus far in the chat? Maybe 9 or 10? Where are we?
We've got around 15.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to flip those numbers. 15. So on our 51st comment, whoever makes that 51st comment, we're going to give away. I'll announce that somewhere in the middle of the live stream. But whoever comments, whoever the 51st comment is, they're going to get to choose between an IFT hat or an IFT beanie. So the race is on. And with that, I will pass it over to Scott to tell us what's going on with the agenda today.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So today we're going to focus on using IFT with social media, and especially with AI services, with a little bit of information about that. And then, as we've done in the past, Rohit and I are going to go over some example applets that you might find interesting using some of those services, especially ways to schedule tweets and to use if to enhance your social media. And then we'll do some suggestions from you, the audience. We'll go through and uh, see if we can build something that you might be curious about. And then we've got a Pro Plus account giveaway at the end.
Let's go. And yeah, so guys, we've got two of our, senior community team members here on the live stream with us today. So feel free to ask any question around our social media applets. But then if you have something that's been kind of messing with you around just IFT automations in general, you can ask those questions as well. And Rohit and Scott will be able to answer those questions on the fly. So as we're rolling today, just like throw in some questions and I'll pull them up and we can answer those as well. So I think the first one is, if you're using IFT for social media right now, what social media tools are you automating? Just throw those in the chat. If you're using Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I saw Jim wants to queue up his YouTube comment bot. So feel free to throw that on there. Oh, we got Westlake is using Twitter. Let's go. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we could treat these, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott and Rohit, but we kind of want to treat these sessions kind of like an office hours in a way, right? Get this as a chance for people to like ask the community team questions directly. Is that fair to say?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Yeah, we're hoping this becomes like a monthly thing where our audience, you guys, can just really interact with our community team one-on-one. And in a public way, answer some really cool questions. What's up, Jim? He uses Twitter, Buffer, Facebook, and so on. I could see that. Jim's a heavy user out there. What's up, Westlake? Using whenever they like a YouTube video, it adds it to Evernote, so they can kind of build a notebook of their favorite YouTube videos. That's a really cool automation right there. Claudia goes, "What's Twitter?" No Code Ops in the chat is they used Discord. If you've watched our video, we connected with Claudia and she taught us how to automate Discord and how she manages Discord too. Oh, Rob. Westlake is Rob. What's up?
Yeah, the network formerly known as Twitter, maybe now known as X, right?
Oh yeah, my bad. I still have not switched over. You can't I feel bad, but I still can't.
Yeah,
I know Elon runs it. Well, as we're talking about Twitter, do you want to set up our first social media automation?
Well, we just have a little quick run through to talk through a couple of those features. And yeah, then we'll definitely move into that.
Awesome. I want to take you to the next slide there, Scott.
Cool. Again, just a quick overview for all of you folks. These are just 10 of the social media services that integrate with IFT. We've got a link there at the bottom. You can learn more about those and many more. I think we're just about 30 different social networks that we can integrate with and you can build powerful automations with. So these are some of the highlights. We got Discord, Facebook pages, Instagram, LinkedIn. We've got Mastodon, Reddit, Telegram, X or Twitter, and WordPress.
Boom. No, I love it. Yeah, you got Discord on there. Killer. Is anyone switched over to Mastodon? I know we keep talking about Twitter, but is any Mastodon users in the chat? And then I feel like there's a ton of just mini Twitter platforms that are kind of popping up here and there,
Yeah, Blue Sky, and I think there's others. I actually was just working with one of our users this morning who had a question about a Mastodon related integration. So we're definitely building up our knowledge on that along with the users as well.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's kind of the same concept of Twitter, short texts back and forth. What's up, George? He's a Mastodon user. Cool.
All right. And yeah, so now IFT AI services. This is growing all the time. We're adding new things and new features. It's been very popular for a number of months now, but these are, again, the 6 or the 7 that we're focused on right now. And we actually just launched that blue one on the right, the AI LinkedIn Assistant. The 4 AI services there in orange that you're seeing the AI summarizer, the AI prompt, the AI social creator, and the AI content creator. Those were the first 4 that we debuted. And more recently, we've come up with those individual service branded services on IF, the YouTube, the Twitter, and the LinkedIn assistant. So those are a little bit more tailored to serve those specific platforms. But if you have questions about these, our team is always ready to help, and they can be very powerful because you're leveraging the Chat GPT and other services to really make it very useful.
Yeah, so we started out with that AI social creator as like our primary social media tool, and on that you can write for LinkedIn, write for Twitter, write for Facebook. But we found that there was a limitation, like you can only use the query once. But if you're publishing a blog on WordPress or Webflow, or you're publishing a new video and you write like social media content, and then like add it to Buffer or post it to Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, you kind of need multiple steps inside of IFT. So we've created these custom, and they're honestly I would say the AI Twitter assistant is highly like more custom for Twitter than the AI social creator on the Twitter spot, So and then we just released AI LinkedIn assistant on Wednesday. So if you are a heavy LinkedIn user, I know Claudia in the chat is on LinkedIn as well as me. I'm trying to become a LinkedIn influencer. Go follow me on LinkedIn. I've started using our AI LinkedIn assistant a lot recently. So real pumped. Oh, did Threads already die? This is a question in the chat from Claudia. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not using it. I know that Threads is releasing their API this summer. So I think we're going to try and play around with that sometime this summer. But yeah, I don't know. Post in the chat if you use Threads or not.
Yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen with that one. I'm not sure.
So Bonnie in the chat mentioned without lists and chronological feeds, it's hard to use for news. That's true. That's where like Twitter or X really shows up. Like people follow it for like local news, like weather reports. We just had a bad storm kind of come through Tennessee this past week, and it's easier to follow local Twitter threads around storms and news than actually like following the news, in my opinion. So
yeah, cool. Sometimes you just need a quick update, right? That's kind of what Twitter began, I think, was very useful for.
Yeah, totally.
And, you don't need a lot of information. You just need timely, quick updates.
Cool. 1 second. We have AJ in the chat. Is anyone using this, or is there a way to use this to automate posts based on a topic? Like if I wanted it to post regularly about brand strategy. Yeah. So you can use our date and time feature. I have an applet running where it's like every day at a certain time, post an AI generated content around this topic. And you can like tell, IFT AI to like write about a specific topic. Something really good that I would suggest everyone, if you're like a Twitter user, to do is follow specific news articles like on IFT. So if you're like in the marketing industry, then go on IFT and like find a news source around marketing. And then whenever a new article is published around marketing, then you can write your own AI generated take on it and then publish it to Twitter, right? So you're almost a content curator at that point for the Twitter audience. And if that's your niche around marketing, or it could be any other industry, healthcare, tech, we've got like over 50 news sources on IFT that you can automatically pull information, summarize it with the AI summarizer, or write your own take on it with the AI, Twitter assistant, and then publish it to Twitter. So yes, people are doing that. We've got thousands of users kind of automating their Twitter posts by curating news from other platforms.
And real quick, AJ, I just wanted to let everyone know that AJ is our 51st comment. So AJ, if you would send me an email. Yeah. Congratulations. You've won a hat or a beanie. So AJ, if you would just email us at marketing@if.com and we'll get you squared away.
Also, maybe we can help AJ with the applet they are trying to set up.
Yeah. I think one of our applets we're publishing today is a Twitter related applet.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I do like that idea of showing how to use the AI services. So yeah, we could take a look at that for sure.
Cool. Well, let's dive into it. Let's start building our first applet.
All right. Let's get my screen going here.
Boom. So you're live. There's the explore page. Scott.
All right, there
What's
we
a
go.
recount? Oh.
Cool. So our first applet that we're going to discuss is using Google Calendar combined with Twitter or X to actually build out a tweet scheduler.
So this is kind of like Buffer, but it's free because you're using Google Calendar.
Exactly. We're building a lightweight version of that same functionality where you can set up a bunch of posts ahead of time, and then they will post automatically at the time, of each event. So
Killer.
We'll need a Google Calendar account, of course, and then an IFT account. And of course, and then a Twitter account to be able to post.
Perfect.
So I'm going to start at the IFT Explore page where you normally would drop in IFT, and then we'll create. We'll use Google Calendar, which is right at the top there. All right. And again, the time when the event is set is when we want the tweet to be posted. So we'll just say any event starts. And then I've created a brand new a calendar for this with a new test account. But you, of course, could set this up as a separate calendar within your Google Calendar if you wanted. If you don't have to, want to make a brand new Gmail and all that. And then we would want it to post at 0 minutes before the event starts, just so that the time when the event is set for is the time when we expect the tweet. All right. And then we'll build the action. Oops, I'm using the new terminology here. We'll grab the Twitter service. And again, pretty simple and straightforward. We just want to post a tweet. All right. Now, before we fill this out, let's just go back and take a look at what a Google Calendar event would look like so that we know how to use the ingredients from that triggered in this action. So in my Google Calendar, I'm going to set an event for 2 minutes from now, let's say. So I've got 12:19 local time.
It's risky. We're so quick.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give us 4 minutes here. 5. So let's just do, we'll title it post tweet. And then to the description of the event, I'm going to add the actual text that I want to post. So let's do hello world. All right. And then again, I'll set that event start for, let's just do 5 minutes from now, just to make sure we have enough time.
Boom. Perfect.
All right. So then again, taking a look at the event, the title of it is post tweet. The description says hello world, which is the text I want to use. You could configure it so that the title of the event is the tweet text as well. But just in case you have longer text, it's a little bit easier to edit inside of that description box. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Oh, and I was going to mention as well before I do that, what I was saying about the calendars. So in Google Calendar, of course, you can have multiple different calendars for one account. Mm-hmm. So you could add a second calendar over here inside your existing Google account that would be just for tweets, for example, so that you don't have to have all of that stuff coming up, your regular events and appointments. All right, cool. So back in IFT, I'm configuring the action. I need to add that ingredient from the Google Calendar event. So we're going to add the description. And then we're going to create the action. And then we have our very basic applet built out here. If we wanted to, of course, we could get fancy and add more actions. Yep. And we could, add other things, but this will just be perfect for now. So if any event starts, then post a tweet to my test Twitter account. Cool. So that's set up. And now we'll wait, check back in a few minutes once that automation has had time to hit that start time and run, and then we can test to make sure that everything's working on that test Twitter profile and make sure that it is posted as expected with hello world.
Cool.
Any questions? Any comments on that?
Well, yeah. So not specifically on the applet that you're running right now, but we do have a curious question in the chat from Marcelo. So let me just kind of throw you the threads that they've been posting in here. So Marcelo is trying to use the tweet tailor to translate tweets. Is there a text translator API or a way to translate text using IFT? And more clarification is they want to get a full text of a tweet and then translate that text and forward quoting the original tweet in another language. So let me, in the last clarification, I managed to get the tweet in Portuguese using both Tailor and Generator. Two problems are, let's keep going. One, Tailor Generator kind of posts whatever they understand, but not a copy paste, but yes, in the final language. Okay. I'll let you guys run with this. I've got a kind of an idea that he can try out that might be a little bit different than using the tweet tailor. But did y'all have any initial ideas on how to solve that problem?
I actually have solved this one, like for a use case for a user. So
cool.
while we don't sorry, we do not work directly with like translation APIs, we can use our AI prompt query where we can give the prompt that says translate the tweet and use the ingredient from the Twitter tweet, and then it will translate and then post it again. But one problem that we have like restricted from Twitter to Twitter applets, like the trigger and action cannot be Twitter and Twitter because it prevents like multiple posting. So we kind of disable that. So another workaround would be to maybe get a tweet, translate it using AI prompt, and send it to webhooks. And the webhooks URL is for another applet, which will then post to Twitter.
Yep. So you're stringing applets together with
stringing two
webhooks
together.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Cool.
Something that Rohit just mentioned. So yeah, take the tweet, use the AI prompt to translate it, and then add the new translated tweet to a Google spreadsheet as like a new row. And then you have another applet that whenever a new row is added to a Google spreadsheet, post a tweet. So you're still kind of tying two applets together to run that tweet or that Twitter automation, but it's just two different ways. So either using a new row on a Google spreadsheet or a webhook. Here's Marcelo. He kept going. Big problem is that it only gets 144 characters, which is a problem because only the full text context. Until the spreadsheet I kind of got. Cool. Okay. The spreadsheet will be easier than webhooks, but webhooks is very flexible if you're trying to do some other stuff as well. I hopefully that answered your question. I think it's not getting the full text. The limit on the text is 144 characters. Is that what you're saying? We're kind of waiting for him to respond.
Real quick, while we're sorting through this, looks like we're at about 70-something comments. I think I'm gonna give away our second hat or beanie at 101 comments. So whoever is the 101st person to comment, or whoever that comment belongs to, we're gonna give away another hat or beanie.
Sweet. Yes, it gets the tweets like old limited tweets. Oh, so you want it to pull beyond the 144 character limit that used to happen, but now we can go up to like 260 or something. And there's threads that could be like even longer. Tweet non-limits, but the API only gets a part of the tweet. Oh, okay. Trying to think of other workarounds. I mean, the main workaround would be just update our Twitter tool to pull in longer character tweets.
Yeah. I just want to confirm, are we talking the hard limit is showing as 144, like
I think that's what he's saying.
The 280 that Twitter used to have before the upgraded Twitter allowed for long essays length things.
Right. Yeah, I think his error right now is it only pulls in 144 characters of a text. versus the essays that you can post on Twitter right now.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, and Claudia, real quick, how's the algorithm reacting to scheduled AI generated content? Do you notice a similar level of engagement to posts you would manually create? I haven't seen a huge decrease in engagement from AI generated content. I know that, Twitter itself has been doing a lot to like decrease bots. So there does need to be a level of like interpersonal engagement that you would naturally do on Twitter, like and respond to other people's posts. But I have not seen a decrease in engagement on AI generated posts. Thanks, Claudia.
Yes, I just wanted to mention, we are working on longer tweets as an update. It's something that the team's been discussing. I don't have a official product timeline on that, but it has been something that a number of users have raised, with that character limit being something that a lot of folks would like to see addressed. So I know that we are I know that our team has been discussing and working on it. Not sure on a resolution on that yet for those longer tweets, but we appreciate the feedback on that, because I know that would be a great rounding out the features of that service to make sure that those longer tweets can be used as well.
Perfect.
With the way that that's now a new feature of Twitter.
Yep. So Marcelo, I'd say wait around a couple months. We're definitely going to have that out and ready for you, so that you could scrape a little bit more text and data from Twitter and then be able to translate it. I know we have like over 30,000 Twitter users on IFT, so it's a very valuable service to our audience. Bonnie, you're right. X. I can't stop saying Twitter. I guess I'm dead naming the service, but Elon bought. I don't know. It's a brand name now. All right. So, do you want to check and see if that tweet posted, or are we still 2 minutes away?
Let's just make sure that everything is good there.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, Ben, how far are we away from 100 now?
We're like still around 78 or something like that.
Okay, we're climbing.
Keep going, man. I'll interrupt when we get there.
Marcelo was thinking it could be possible to use the filter code to manipulate the text limits, but probably not right. Do y'all think they could use filter code?
No, because the tweet we are getting is from the Twitter API directly. So we get the text already and then process it in filter code. So it won't be able to trust.
Cool. Thanks, Rohit. Yeah. Yeah, Jim, I completely agree. When you say tweet, people know where to look. When you say post, it can be anywhere. Twitter, you tweet on Twitter. Like, I don't even know what an X is. Do you X on it? I don't know. So, yeah, AJ, Elon just wants everyone to pay for the blue check mark on Twitter. I don't know. It's kind of lame, in my opinion. They're also charging us a ton of money to still be on the platform, but it's such a valuable service for our audience. So people love, automating on Twitter. I think we're one of the few tools that you can even use to automate on Twitter anymore. It's like us and Buffer, and that's about it. There you go. I agree, Marcelo. Who cares about Elon's feeling? It's Twitter. It's a public good now, right? Like Elon can own it, but it's the public's. It's the internet. You can't really own a piece of the internet like that. I agree, AJ. It's super lame. I'm gonna dig my heels along with you. All right. Cool. No, I love this. So yeah, right now we're waiting on Scott to see if that tweet posted.
Are we having trouble with that, Scott? It's okay if we are. We can certainly move on to something else.
We're just waiting on the if poll here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it happens within 5 minutes. So we could bounce over to Rohit and have Rohit do an automation that we can come back and check at the very end, if that makes sense for you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Works.
Should be any minute on my end here. Perfect.
Yep. So I've got Rohit's screen up. What do you want
Thanks.
to build for us today, Rohit?
I want to be a YouTuber today.
You want to be a YouTuber? Let's
All
go.
right.
Yeah.
I love the way you said that, right? Me
So,
too.
so
I think if you're under the age of 16, no one wants like careers anymore. They all just want to be YouTubers. All my nephews
you
just want to
know,
be YouTubers.
Rohit, you in fact are a YouTuber today, right? So
Yeah, you're
good for
live.
Yeah.
so it's the start of my journey.
Yep.
so so the idea here is like, let's say if I'm a vlogger and I vlog like every day of my life. So
Mhm.
this time I'm walking on the street and I saw this new coffee shop near the area I live,
Yep.
and it looks good and I want to make a video out of it. So I go in, I shot some video, and I drink coffee. Coffee is good actually.
Mhm.
But yeah, I might forget it when I go home. I do have a bad habit of forgetting things and the
Yeah.
ideas I wrote down.
But as a
So
vlogger, you need to be able to do those videos and like talk about the concepts in your daily life, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where if comes in.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I'll go to create, and this time I'm using Todoist. So here's the idea. When I'm in the shop, I do have my mobile phone with me. No laptop, no tablet, just a mobile phone. So I'll just store my ideas in the Todoist task. So let's create an applet that says like if a new task is created in my ideas project, create trigger. So this will trigger my applet whenever I create a task on Todoist.
Boom.
So what's next? I'll create two queries. First one would be YouTube AI assistant, and this will generate a title for it. I want the title to be excited because I create excited blogs. And topic would be my task description, or maybe, yeah. And language, I create my vlogs in English, so I'll keep it this way. If I have to create like in Spanish or maybe German, Hindi, I'll add the language here. But
Mhm.
right now it will be defaulted to English, so I create a query. And another query that will help me a lot here would be again YouTube AI assistant, but YouTube script. So this will give me a script, and my work is almost done when I go back to home and try edit the videos. I have the script already, like a draft script. So in this case,
Oh, cool.
topic again is my task content.
Yep.
Outline is the task description, and again excited tone. A language again, I just want to default it to English. So let's create a query. Now the queries are created. The content is on if. Where do I post it? I have a Google Docs, and a new doc will be created every time I have the idea. So document name can be same as the Todoist task content. So this can be the document name. And the
Cool.
content here would be the script that I get from YouTube. And here's the script, YouTube AI service. And
Perfect.
folder part could be YouTube ideas. So there will be a drive folder created named YouTube ideas, and the doc will be created. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's
So let me just get this straight. So you're a vlogger. You're walking around India, and you're like, "Ooh, I want to do a vlog about this coffee shop. It's amazing. I think my audience is going to really like it." Let me just throw a quick reminder in Todoist to like do that video, and every
yes,
time you do that, it's going to completely write a YouTube script for you and post it to
exactly.
Google Docs so that tomorrow, if you're like you sit down at your computer, like, "Ooh, I need to film this video," you're already halfway there, right?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
So let's put it to work. Let's see how it works. So I go to Todoist. I think I'm logged in right now. Yep. And I go to my ideas board and I create an idea. Task name would be a new coffee shop
Hmm.
in Kanpur. It's the city I live in. And the
Cool.
description could be Kanpur just got a new coffee
People in the chat are
shop
just
named
just making jokes out here.
Let's
Real
name
quick.
it Trip Coffee.
Yep. Dark Official just wanted to say I created an IFT for bot goes to Android messages, but it's not working. Go to help.ift.com and create a ticket. Rohit and Scott are the ones that watch those tickets, and they can answer this one personally because we kind of need to see what your applet looks like to fix that problem. But thanks for reaching out. All right.
Good sweet snacks too. This is something I remember. I'm eating, I'm drinking, and I just go on the go. And
That was a shop named Trip Coffee.
Yeah.
Nice. You got a great, great name.
So yeah, I posted this idea from my Todoist app on my mobile device,
Yep.
and the coffee shop and everything here. So let's wait for this to run. I'll go to activity, and I'll wait because the applet might
It takes
take up to
less than 5 minutes for sure.
Yeah. So
As we're waiting, I want to highlight Scott. He imagines a time when we have a whole community of bots talking to each other with absolutely no human engagement whatsoever. That exists, right? Like I'm sure that's like half of Twitter, just people commenting.
Yeah, Trip, didn't you post this morning about making yourself into an AI avatar?
Yeah, so go follow me on LinkedIn. I've been using IFT and HeyGen. We had a video of with our webhooks video. We pinged the HeyGen algorithm or AI tool to produce AI generated videos. And so now I am becoming an AI generated avatar myself. And the thing is, like, I think there's a world where like 80% of the content we consume to some extent is like AI led, like the videos. Like I can still write custom, blogs and like posts on LinkedIn, but it takes a long time for me to like go and film a video, edit it, and then post it on LinkedIn, right? But what if I just like use my AI avatar that looks completely good and sounds just like me to say those same words I'm posting on LinkedIn, but just do it in a video format? So that's the concept I'm kind of playing around with. Yeah.
The question is going to be, when does somebody on LinkedIn get hired for a job, but they're not a real person?
Oh, right. Just AI.
You realize they've been paying Trip, who has a bot that does the job.
That just creates videos for you. Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
I will say that
I don't know when that starts.
I will say that the HeyGen, the live stream that we did where we talked about webhooks and we showed webhooks with the service HeyGen was one of my favorites. It's really cool that we were able to do that day.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, go check that one out. Yeah.
I also want to quickly tell everyone that it's been about 5 minutes, but the 101st comment belonged to No Code Ops.
What's up, Claudia?
Yeah, Claudia, congratulations.
Friend of the pod.
Nice.
Yeah. So Claudia, if you would just, you have our emails, but just email us and we'll get you taken care of. We need you to wear it when you go live yourself one day, though. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, everyone in the chat, go check out No Code Ops. It's a great no code tool to help you like analyze and fix if you're like a Zapier or Make user. But Claudia does great live streams as well, where she talks about no code and building automations with no code. So go subscribe to her channel. She's a friend of the pod, and watch her video. She taught us how to automate Discord. She's got a great Discord.
And by the way, that's our last hat or beanie that we're going to give away today. But stay tuned till the end because we are going to give away two people are still going to get a free year of Pro Plus. So don't leave.
Let's go. That's awesome. Congrats, Claudia. Shout out No Code Ops. All right. So Rohit, your applet ran.
Yep. And so it got all the details from Todoist, just like what I wrote. It suggested me titles. I forgot to add that in my Google Docs, but I can also add it using the field and ingredients. So these are the titles that it suggested. Discover the coolest coffee shop in cardboard, Trip Coffee. And this is second suggestion, and this is third suggestion. Cool. Here's the script, but I won't show you here. I will go to my Google Drive, and then a new coffee shop in cardboard is already created. But like I said, like it will create a new folder, YouTube ideas, and it is here. And here's my script. So, hey there, coffee lover. Guess what? Cardboard just a grad. We've got a brand new coffee shop named Trip Coffee, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. So it's a small script, and we can customize the query as a big one. We can add more
Nice.
details into description, so it helps it to create a better script. And that's how script is created to me. And when I get back home, I see this is the content. I edit my videos accordingly, and my job is done.
That's cool. I could see you like walking around Kanpur with one of those like, I don't know, cameras that vloggers use, just pointing them at each other. It's like, hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rohit. I'm at this Trip Coffee in Kanpur. Come check it out with me. And then you're like walking through the coffee shop, taking videos. That's awesome.
I feel like all of the entire community team is gonna become like
Influencers.
YouTube and TikTok famous. Yeah, because we've got Daniel, who we talked about a couple weeks ago, but Daniel is decided to take a sabbatical from IF to do a walk across the entire country of, I guess it's the entire country of Australia.
It's a continent.
Is Australia a continent?
It's a whole
continent. Sorry,
yeah,
It's both.
it's a whole
Yes.
continent. Oceania is considered anyway.
Yeah.
But he's walking across the entire continent of Australia, and he's got 10,000-15,000 in just a few weeks. TikTokers
he's
following
crushing
him.
it. Yeah.
He's killing it. Yeah, and now Rohit's going to be a coffee
Vlogger.
vlogger. Yeah,
Nice.
you guys are taking over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we have a community team member in almost every continent except Antarctica. And I
Yeah.
don't think we have Asia right now.
One in Greece. Daniel
I'm
used
in
to live in
Asia.
Asia.
I mean, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I was thinking other than Rohit. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So, right. I mean, other than Rohit and I. So, yeah. So we just need somebody in Antarctica now.
Right?
Technically, India is in Asia, right? So,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
so we do have, So we're covered. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, let's go check to see if your AI or your Twitter applet ran that you posted on the Google Calendar.
Let's do it.
You want to share that screen again?
Yes.
Nice. Also, just leading off from our conversation earlier, that would be the best. The AI is the employee. Guys, there's a world in 30 years where we humans just get to hang out and AI does all the work for us and we can do more creative stuff. So I think, me and Ben might be retired by then, hopefully in 30 years. Yeah, I'm 30, whatever. Long story short, there's a world where our kids don't have to work anymore. Boom.
There it is. So posted hello world just as we had
Cool.
written.
Yeah. So you basically just created calendar events. And then whenever you're writing content inside those calendar events, it could automatically post for you. So there's a world where if I am thinking through new tweets that I want to tweet, I could automatically create calendar events using IFT. And then that's almost like my buffer. And this applet would run.
Right. Yeah, you could put another applet in front of this one that just dumps it into the Google Calendar, and now you've got exactly. You could get to this stage from another automation. So it's really powerful when you start thinking about how can I add multiple steps in, and
in the whole workflow, so I can produce a lot more content more thoughtfully. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this is killer. Talking about AI, do you want to go back to your applet real quick?
Sure.
So if we went back, I just kind of want to show the audience this.
Sure.
Or try and go to settings. Let's update it real quick. Do you have a Pro Plus account, or is this an admin account?
This is a Pro Plus. Yep.
Nice. So if you click that middle button right there, so if you're on Pro Plus, which a lot of us are, and then also we're giving away 2 Pro Plus accounts at the end of this show, so stay tuned. But if you click that query button right here, you can either you can search AI social creator or the AI Twitter assistant. So right there, and then you can automatically use AI to generate tweets for you. Yep. So You can even do threads. Threads is, I think, where a lot of people get a lot of followers on Twitter. But so if you
Yeah,
click
I mean, right. Instead of having to write the actual tweet text into my event description, I could just write an idea of what I want to post about, and the AI will create the actual tweet. Right.
Yeah. So tweet generator, click that one. Marcelo, I've been thinking about your automation. I think you could use and maybe I can get this wrong, but every tweet you like on Twitter, save that tweet as a new row on a Google spreadsheet, and then use the AI prompt query to pull the content from that Google spreadsheet, translate it into Portuguese, and then post it to Twitter. But again, this is just off the cuff. We're not 100% sure if that will work, but this is I've been thinking about that problem for a little bit. But yeah, so the tweet generator here, if you actually scroll down, you can set the language right there. And it's really good. We played around with Rohit and using it to write Hindi the other day.
Yeah.
It's great for Portuguese, French, German, Mandarin, Hindi, basically any English or anything other than English if you have like specific languages that you want to write in. So and then Marcelo, yeah, he doesn't think it still gets the full text or not, but he'll try. Yeah, play around with that. If not, be on the lookout. We should be updating our Twitter service soon to be able to pull in more than 144 characters.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, anybody in the chat have any like other questions for Rohit and Scott that we can kind of answer on the fly? Throw them in here. Anything that you've been kind of running up against as you're building applets, any concepts you want to think about, like, ooh, what would be cool if I automated this?
While we're waiting on that, Trip, we are going to get close to time. So can we find 2 other people that have been active in the chat today that we can give our 2 free years of Pro Plus to?
Marcelo, you honestly had a great question today.
I want Pro Plus. I want Pro Plus.
Need some extra beer.
Yes.
All right, extra beer.
I want to give you, and you've been here the whole time. Come on, he deserves it, guys.
All right, Marcelo, congratulations. I did see a comment about beer earlier, so good on you. Marcelo, where are you in the world? What time is it where you are? Because it's Friday.
It's in Portugal.
It might be time for beer.
Yeah,
in Portugal. Yeah, so it's close to afternoon. Yeah, it's 8 hours or 6, 7 hours ahead of us. Yeah, so.
Well, so Scott or Rohit, did y'all want to give away the next Pro Plus? You don't have access to see the chat, do you?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Cool.
I'm happy with very happy with giving it to Marcelo. No question there.
Let's give the other one. I see someone that's been pretty active in the chat today. Let's give the second one to Bonnie. I'm going to say the last name wrong, but Bonnie Bowman.
Bowman. You're right.
Bowman,
that's how
I'm sure we both messed that up. But Bonnie, yes, Bonnie and Marcelo, if you would send us an email at marketingatif.com and we'll get you taken care of. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Again, address it to Trip or Ben, but marketing@ift.com. Send us an email.
I just want to say, guys, and all of you guys in the chat, it's really neat to be able to do this. Almost every person that's been speaking up, I know all 4 of us ifters, but you guys in the chat too, everyone's in different places all over the world. So it's really neat that we're all on this call and there's interest in what we're doing all over the place. So I love that aspect of what I do on the community team. It's really rewarding. I've learned so much from interacting with you users all over the place. People messaging me from all over the world. So it's
Marcelo
really
is Brazilian, by the way, sharing it in the chat, but he's living in Italy, so it's definitely 5 o'clock.
It's time.
In Italy,
it's time for a beer. Yeah, I appreciate that, Scott. That's a sentiment that I feel as well. we have this community, and like we see a lot of these folks. You show up every week, and it's nice to be able to engage with them. So, yeah, we certainly do appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us again. Thanks for Rohit and Scott for being here. Be on the lookout for this happening monthly. We want to heavy hitters. Me and Ben, we can play around with automations, but I'd say we're more AAA baseball, and these guys are in the MLB. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. And then also go and just hit the notification bells on our 2 live streams next week. Again, we're going live on Thursday with the CEO of Jotform, iTech and Tank. He wrote a book on how to automate your life. So automate the busy work. So it's super helpful if you're trying to do a little bit more automations. And then next Friday, we're going live with Megan.ai to talk about our AI LinkedIn assistant. So cool.
Oh, also something really cool about Jotform, and I can't wait to ask him about this, but Jotform has they have a mobile app builder. And when I say that you can build your own mobile app and share it with people. Now, I think it acts more like a widget, but
yeah,
I think they're always evolving that. But you can build your own mobile app and share it with people, and it'd be functional, and it'd be able to connect to your Calendly and book meetings. If you're a local, hairdresser or anything like that, you can have people download your app, right? It's just so cool, right? Like you can send an RSS
really
feed to it.
Democratizing app building. Yeah.
There's so much. When I say that it is easy to build this thing, I did it, and I can't write a single line of code. I built this thing. I built an app. I built several apps in like 20 minutes. So it's just really cool. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff over at Jotform, and I'm really excited to talk to this guy. So
cool.
Come join us Thursday, and again, join us with Megan. Potentially, Megan's going to join us on Friday as well when we go over the LinkedIn AI service.
Cool. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah,
thank you guys next week.
Great.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.